All right, how's it going, everyone? This is the week 3 update of building our Ryan Homes St. Lawrence, and this week in particular, we have a lot of construction progress updates to report on. And this is maybe even more interesting given the fact that weather was not the most cooperative during the course of the week as we near the winter months here, so a lot got done in a little amount of time. So first and foremost, we now have a basement. At least mostly. So as you can see here, the concrete walls for the basement foundation have now been poured. The forms have since been removed, so this concrete is dried, cured, and standing on its own. So as I scan around the property here, you might notice a few other things. Number one, backfill was done on the property, so all of the dirt has been brought to the foundation and basement walls of the home. And as you can see, backfill was also done on the front porch area to fill that in. Now, something else that was installed prior to backfill that you can see along the exterior of the basement foundation walls is the waterproofing membrane. So this basement foundation is, of course, protected from the elements in that regard. Now, looking at the basement foundation at this point, we can also now much more obviously see the basement windows and how those are situated. Both the two hopper windows on either end of the rear of the basement, as well as the egress window, which at this point you can see is fairly large and actually has a frame in place for that. And yes, as you can tell by looking at the garage pad area and what will ultimately be the basement floor, we are a bit closer to being able to pour those concrete slabs and get us even closer to the framing stage. So as we take our little drone trip here into the basement, we'll spot a few different things. You'll see at the left front of the home with the basement area, there is a circular recessed pocket in the concrete foundation walls. That is where the water shutoff and main access point is supposed to be located. You'll also see as we scan across here, the two locations along the left side wall of where the structural support beams, i.e. those I-joists, will be placed to hold up and ultimately carry the weight of the home. Now, panning around to the right side of the basement, we'll see a lot of the plumbing has now been laid along the foundation floor. So the basement bathroom rough-in plumbing, of course, being one key piece of that. The other larger area adjacent to that being the sump pump location. You also notice a couple of additional pipes there laid out for drains for the home. And further confirming we're getting closer to the point of pouring the basement slab is the fact that you can now see a vapor barrier has been added and is mostly installed, slightly peeled back where the plumbing is being laid, but mostly installed over the 3/4 crushed stone. And you can see similar work is being performed in the garage area as well. So because we had some extra time and weather was more forgiving on this day, this was captured Saturday, December 14th, I had an opportunity to grab some additional drone shots. So just to recap things here, this is a community of 58 homes. As you can see here, we have the model sitting around the 3 o'clock area. We have our home, the St. Lawrence model, under construction at around the 6 o'clock area. And you can see a couple of other homes that are now currently under construction. So I believe I mentioned in a previous video, the construction timeline of this community, at least for the many coming weeks, is to start one new home a week. And it looks like they have been living up to that expectation. So as you can see here, we have a Powell model that is now within a couple weeks of the start of construction, essentially at the same stage we were at not too long ago at week 2. And looking from the rear of the property here, top down, we have a Versailles model that is now in its week 1 construction phase of just pouring the footings. So I'm certainly expecting we'll see many more homes here start construction as ours continues. Now, a couple of other things to point out as I cycle through some B-roll that I captured with my camera. One thing we did notice, getting back to those notches in the foundation walls for the structural support beams, is that those beams have been delivered, inconspicuously hidden here behind the main line of the property. Now, apart from pouring the basement slab, which our PM did mention they were planning to do in the coming few days, in the next week, he did also mention they were going to be hooking up the main sewer connection to the home. And so that's where we are with week 3 construction. We have a lot more of a basement to talk about than we did before. And of course, we're looking forward to seeing what progress will be made here with the home in week 4. Feel free to leave any questions or thoughts if you have them in the comments below. Always happy to start a discussion there. And if you like content like this and want to see more, feel free to leave a like and subscribe because there's going to be a lot more content on the St. Lawrence build as construction progresses. For now, that is all I have to say. So thanks for watching.